more prop firms are about to shut down. Now, I'm not going to name names, but I believe that 2 to 3 major prop firms are on the verge of shutting down. After I tweeted this, another prop firm owner actually DM'd me angry about it. But here's the thing. I'm not saying this because I want to start drama. I'm saying this because I don't want traders to get hurt. The truth is, there are warning signs, and if you know where to look, you can spot a prop firm that is about to collapse before it actually happens. So in this video, I will show you exactly what to watch for, how to protect yourself, and why cheap challenges and large discounts are often the first red flags. Why prop firms fail. Prop firms live and die by 2 things: cash flow and trust. And when one of those goes, things start to get rocky. And when both of those fall, essentially it is an impossible path back to success. And I'm not just talking out of my you-know-what. I have learned, and hopefully you have as well, from everything that happened in 2024 with dozens of prop firms, including some of the largest prop firms in the world going out of business, there is a very clear pattern to figure out and to see how a prop firm is doing and whether or not it is on the verge of collapsing. See, if you take just one thing away from this video, let it be this: 50% discounts are not generosity, they are desperation. Now, again, we saw this across 2024 with massive prop firms continually lowering their prices, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60% discounts, and challenges that just got easier and easier, more drawdown, lower profit targets. And traders, they think it's amazing until the prop firm goes out of business, until the prop firm runs away with their money, and until the prop firm denies their payout. See, the harsh reality is cheap accounts often attract the wrong type of traders: inconsistent traders and high risk traders. And this type of trader can create a lot of problems for a prop firm when payouts start to outpace challenge fees. You see, potentially the most toxic type of trader for a prop firm is the type of trader that is willing to spend $10,000 on prop firm challenges to try and make $11,000 in prop firm payouts. Now, a lot of trading influencers I have seen firsthand don't want you to know that that is their type of trading style. It's really a gambling mentality and a gambling approach where you're trying to gamify the system. And that type of trader is very toxic for prop firms because you have to have the discipline as a prop firm owner to say, this is not the type of trader we want, because it's enticing to say, oh, we could have $10,000 in sales from this type of trader. But again, that volatility, it's impossible to monetize that type of trader's data. And then those payouts, when they do eventually come, will potentially be outsized relative to the challenge fees. So to digress and to bring this back and connect it to where we are right now, these 2 to 3 major prop firms that I am referencing, they're continually offering 40 to 60% discounts. And again, it's not because of out of generosity, it's because it is out of desperation. So clearly, their payouts are on the rise because of this type of trader. And it's not the trader's fault if a prop firm is allowing this type of trading activity because they don't have the discipline to say no. Again, it is not the fault of the traders. Theoretically, they are working within the limits, within the rules of the prop firm. And lastly, an important takeaway is that if a prop firm is constantly running discounts, especially massive discounts, they're really digging a deep hole because they're training their customer base to only buy when there's huge discounts. So once you start offering 40 to 50 to 60% discounts, it's really a dangerous thing because it's hard to get away from it, because in the mind of a trader, the prop firm is saying, well, we're not actually worth full price. And traders know that. Traders understand that. If you're running a 50% discount, why would you then pay full price? Nobody will, and it just creates a whole bunch of problems for the prop firm. Okay, so let's now get a little bit more specific in terms of how you can spot what is going on, how you can potentially spot these 2 to 3 prop firms that I think are on the verge of going out of business. Number 1 is Trustpilot. Now, Trustpilot is not perfect by any means, but I think it's a fantastic resource for traders. If you just apply a little bit of common sense when it comes to Trustpilot, I really think you can avoid 99% of prop firms that are going to go out of business. That applied in 2024 when we saw tons of prop firms go out of business, and still applies today. So if you just go on a prop firm's Trustpilot page. Any prop firm that has a rating below 4 stars, and all 3 of the prop firms that I am referencing broadly in this video all have Trustpilot scores below 4. So obviously, at face value, automatically that is going to be a huge red flag. Just that's it. It's a huge red flag. The second red flag that you can often actually find based on Trustpilot reviews are changing rules or very broad/vague rules. Now, when it comes to these prop firms in question, the most common reason why a trader is leaving a 1-star review is either a denied funded account or a denied payout due to, again, vague rules. Now, a prop firm that is constantly changing rules or that just has absolutely vague rules is, of course, a red flag. Again, I think it can be difficult coming from, being a prop firm owner myself. It can be difficult to have 100% objective rules across the board for absolutely everything, but I think at least 95% of rules should be absolutely objective, black or white. This isn't just me saying it. FTMO, for example, they have a little bit of vague rules that if you really do a deep research dive on Twitter, you can actually see, it's not uncommon for FTMO to send warnings to traders for using too much margin. So again, their margin rule, they don't recommend going above 20%. If you go over 20%, it's not a hard breach. It's kind of a vague gray zone, right? So I don't think the industry is yet at a point where everything is 100% black or white, but most things, 95% of rules should be black or white. The third thing to watch out for that, again, you can see from Trustpilot reviews and on social media, Instagram, Twitter, great resources, is delayed or denied payouts. Both of these are bad. If it's denied, the question is, why is it denied? I think there can be times if a trader is doing genuinely nefarious things such as hedging between accounts. Yes, that could justify a breach because that's just an obvious hard breach of all terms and conditions. But delayed payouts is usually for a prop firm to buy time, to try and get more revenue in, to then process the payouts. But again, it is a red flag. Now, if you have one trader on Trustpilot complain about a denied payout, okay, read into it, see if the prop firm answers it. I wouldn't be too concerned. If there's a delayed payout and the prop firm answers and explains why, I wouldn't be too concerned. But really, you're trying to look at the broad overview, which is why an overall Trustpilot score below 4 is really that threshold, because there's always going to be angry customers in every industry. There's always going to be issues, right? No prop firm is perfect. Where you're looking for that broad overview. If you're seeing a theme, if you're seeing a pattern of delayed payouts, of denied payouts, red flag. And lastly, heavy discounts, flash sales, 24, 48 hours, 50%, massive red flag. Again, if you take a different single takeaway from this video, let it be this, that long-term cheap is actually super expensive. Who cares? Honestly, who cares if you're getting a 100K prop firm challenge for $250 if your payout's going to be denied? It's literally a waste of time. It's literally a waste of money. So it can be a hard pill to swallow if you're trying to save money, but it literally does not matter because your payout is going to be denied. So the question is, how do you protect yourself as a trader? As I said, just applying a little bit of common sense, 10 minutes of research can make all the difference between joining a prop firm that is going to deny your payout, that is going to create a whole bunch of problems for you, versus joining a very reliable, a very professional prop firm. You want to look for a prop firm that's been in business for at least 2 years, that has a good payout track record, that has ideally a transparent CEO. You want to know who is behind the company. You want to see consistent rules. You don't want to see Discord announcements every week saying we're changing this rule, we're changing that rule. It's just, it makes it more difficult than it already has to be. Trading is hard enough. You don't want to have to worry about a prop firm paying you out. And ultimately, the solution is diversification. You're not trading to make $100. You're trading to unlock your full potential to make as much money as possible. So you want to find 2 to 3 prop firms that you believe in, that you trust, that you like, and go all in on those prop firms. Now, if you're looking for a prop firm, I've been running Lark Funding for over 3 years now. If you're curious, we have a Trustpilot rating well above 4. I think we're at 4.6 right now. And we do not run massive discounts. In fact, I've been very transparent that we are moving away from the discount model. As of January 1st, 2026, we will not be running any discounts whatsoever. By the time this goes live, we probably have a 10% discount, and next month will be 5%. So we are gradually moving away from discounts altogether so we can offer a better service for our traders. So if you're looking for a prop firm, you can check us out down below. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you think are those 2 to 3 prop firms. Maybe you can drop some names down below, and I'll keep an eye on it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.